This is Keem from the Out of Voices podcast, and I'd like to welcome y'all to a little something different. So, as me and I were talking for the past couple of weeks about possibly doing some little side shows that'll eventually be available through Patreon, through patrons. But we decided to test these out, test the waters for these out now before we set up Patreon and that type of thing. So, the idea we had was to have two separate sideshows, one for me and one for Esme, and my show will have the title of And I Digress. And these shows are short, few minute shows, which are basically just recorded rants that happen to come out of us on a daily basis. Something that we may not get to cover on a show, or some news from the week, or something we're just angry about right now. We think people need to hear before it goes away in the media or goes away from popularity or whatever. You know, something that has made us angry, or something we need to rant about right now. Because hopefully, someone would like to hear our rants. So, this will be episode 1 of And I Digress, the Keem rant show, basically. And for my first rant, I want to get on, I want to specifically address one person that has been in the news for the past couple weeks. And that person is the musician, the Pied Piper of R&B, R. Kelly. Now, if you've been keeping up with the news, R. Kelly's recent problems, allegations, quote unquote, revolve around him basically leading a cult and coercing young women to stay at his home, pamper him, worship him, and hold them against their will. Now, if you follow R. Kelly's career, this is not exactly new. Time and time again, he showed his taste. And I'm saying taste because he's a fucking predator. But showed his taste for children, young women. He married Aaliyah when she was 15 years old. He was taken to court time and time again for statutory rape, and somehow this nigga keeps getting off. No matter how much evidence is against him, no matter what he does, he keeps getting off. Now, failings of the criminal justice system aside, and failings they are, because this nigga needs to be in jail, I want to talk about the black community and how no matter what R. Kelly seems to do, we just accept it and let him get away with it. Now, I've noticed in the past couple of days, at least in the circles I've been around, that people have been going, hey, you know what? We gotta stop supporting this motherfucker. You have to stop supporting this motherfucker. But that's in the groups, in the circles I'm in, which generally tend to be the more socially conscious, quote unquote woke black people, you know. But a lot of the time, black people still, no matter what he does, gives him utmost support. They excuse it. They go, well, oh, these young girls, because they're girls, oh, they know what they're doing. When the videotape came out of him with the 15-year-old girl or 16-year-old girl, where it was clearly him on videotape, the line was, oh, she seduced him. This is a grown-ass motherfucker. 16-year-old girl didn't seduce you. No. She didn't seduce you. You knew what the fuck you were doing. This nigga out here pissing on children, and the black community still gives him chance after chance after chance. And now, he has literally taken all these chances that we've given him and seemingly put it in his head that he is unstoppable. that he can do no wrong. So he is convincing young women to be his harem, holding them, coercing them against their will, keeping them away from their parents, their friends, their family, keeping them hidden away in his homestead, like a cult leader, like a Jim Jones type person. I saw a video the other day where he was having audience members wipe his face and tongue. What kind of motherfucker gets away with that shit in 2017? You don't make anybody wipe your motherfucking tongue. I don't care if you did write all 58,000 chapters of Trapped in the Closet. No, R. Kelly, fuck you. Black people, we gotta stop defending this nigga. And I know, I get it. I understand. I get it. This entire country is against us. If you're a black man, you have a target on your back. But we seem to have the problem of any time a black man, especially a black man of prominence, your R. Kellys, your Bill Cosbys, your O.J. Simpsons. Yeah, we didn't forget about that nigga. It seems like anytime a black man of prominence gets in any trouble, no matter how guilty this person is, and those three men are guilty. I don't, whatever. Like, let's not hide the fact. OJ, he killed somebody. He killed some people. He had help, more than likely. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, no, OJ murdered the fuck out of somebody. Bill Cosby gave women drugs and had sex with them. That's rape. He roofied them. He gave them drugs, lowered their guards, and had sex with them. He admitted it. Other people testified against it. He did it. Ha! He did it. That's all there is to it. R. Kelly was on tape before with an underage girl. He married an underage girl. He, over time and time again, we have evidence of R. Kelly being a pedophile. And now we have evidence of him leading a cult. Well, sort of like a cult. But yet, black people still defend it. We would rather defend R. Kelly than defend someone at home who really is framed for what they did. You'd rather defend R. Kelly than poor Ray, who just got 25 years for selling weed. You'd rather defend a pedophile versus someone who's right here at home. But I get it. Like I said, I get it. We are targets. Black men are targets. Black people are targets. But we have to start discerning between a black man that is being taken down for something he didn't do and a black man who is doing awful things, who is hurting people, who is destroying lives, who is being an actual horrid criminal and person and should be condemned for it. There is no reason we should be supporting R. Kelly. Fuck R. Kelly. If you really want to support R. Kelly, send his black ass to jail. Go get some fucking counseling for his nasty ass. I know y'all seen the episode of the Boondocks more than likely where Huey gives his speech on R. Kelly. And it seems like, man, the Boondocks shouldn't be reality repeated, but it's true. They'll defend this man, whatever. No, he needs to have some responsibility for his actions. Fuck R. Kelly. And let me tell you something. If you're a black person right now, or any person right now, who still supports R. Kelly, then you need to seriously rethink your moral compass, because that shit is all fucked up. Really goddamn fucked up. R. Kelly, fuck you. You're a sick bastard. Stop your pot. Okay, we sit up here and let this nigga call himself the Pied Piper. And if you know anything about the story of the Pied Piper, it's literally a man who comes into town, plays some music, and takes your kids away. And we just let that shit go. No, black people, we do not let that shit go. We need to make sure his ass gets locked up. We need to stop supporting R. Kelly. We need to take him somewhere and put him away. Somewhere where he can't take advantage of people. He can't take advantage of children. Somewhere where he can't pee on people. The nasty motherfucker. And I do not judge people on their fetishes. If there are people out there who practice water sports, want to pee on somebody, you got somebody consenting, you do you. It ain't me, but you do you. However, if you are a pedophile and you're peeing on motherfuckers, that combination of things makes you a nasty motherfucker. So, but I digress. Black people, stop supporting R. Kelly. It's time we stand up and make people like R. Kelly take responsibility for his actions. Stop defending him just because he is a wealthy, famous black man. We have to hold ourselves to higher standards, because supporting this type of behavior lowers our standards. So stop supporting R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a bad person. R. Kelly needs to go to jail. Fuck that nigga. And I am out.